Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. The top headlines tonight. A blockbuster Monday in Gujarat. It's Prime Minister Modi versus the rest today. He hits out at the Congress, saying the Congress only knows how to abuse Modi. This as Rahul Gandhi flies from the Bharat Jodo Yatra to Gujarat to campaign. It's his first campaign in Himachal and Gujarat so far. He asks why no action in the Morbi Bridge tragedy so far. And the Kejriwal roadshow. Zero electricity bills is his promise to the voters of Gujarat. The Chief Justice of India and senior judges of the Collegium meet Gujarat lawyers. The lawyers are protesting against the transfer for Gujarat High Court judge. The Chief Justice says he will let the lawyers know his decision tomorrow. Now a maha battle over comments on Chhatrapati Shivaji by the Maharashtra governor. Even the chief minister's MLAs raised questions on the governor's comments, say he should be recalled. On the back foot over Savarkar comments, the opposition attacks the chief minister. Possible links between blasts in Mangaluru and Coimbatore. Mangaluru accused apparently got an Aadhaar from Coimbatore, said the police. Investigations are on. Gruesome crimes against women continue. A man shoots his daughter. His wife helps dispose of the body by packing her body into a suitcase. A 22-year-old woman murdered by her parents. Also from UP, an ex-boyfriend, a man named Prince Yadav, kills his woman and chops her into pieces. This now becoming a regular story of horror across North India. Markets and the rupee are down again. Markets down over China's COVID concerns as cases continue to rise despite draconian lockdowns. And America's President Joe Biden is now 80 years old, too old for a second term, many would say, but he remains non-committal. Our lead story tonight, the election campaign in Gujarat is stepping up with the Prime Minister campaigning here versus the rest in Gujarat. The Prime Minister's campaigns much more so far than his other political rivals there. But as he said today that he knows that the people of Gujarat will vote only for the BJP and not for other parties. Rahul Gandhi of the Congress flew in from the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Maharashtra to Gujarat to campaign. This is his first election campaign here so far. He asked, why has there been no action in the Morbi Bridge tragedy collapse? And Arvind Kejriwal continuing his road shows, promising zero electricity bills to voters.
ગુજરાતમાં વિમાન બનવાના છે
રાતનો એક જ નારો અમને તો ફાવશે જ ભાજપ ખરે આવશે જ ભાજપ ખરે આવશે જ ભાજપ અમને તો ફાવશે જ ભાજપ આભાર
તમે તો બધા રાજ પરિવારો છો હું તો એક સામાન્ય પરિવારનું સંતાન છું મારી કોઈ औकात નથી બાપા તમે મારી औकात દેખાડવાની અરે હું તો સેવક છું હું તો સેવાદાર છું અને સેવક કે સેવાદારની એવી औकात હોતી છે
मुआवजा कोई कॉम्पेंसेशन नहीं मिलता हमें परे कर दिया जाता है यहां पे मोरबी की ट्रेजेडी हुई जिन्होंने ये काम किया उनके खिलाफ कोई भी कार्रवाई नहीं कोई एफआईआर नहीं बीजेपी के साथ उनका अच्छा रिश्ता है तो उनका कुछ नहीं होगा क्या
ये कोई पार्टी महंगाई के बारे में बात नहीं करते भाजपा भी नहीं करती कांग्रेस भी नहीं करती मैं आपको महंगाई से मुक्ति दिलाऊंगा
Our reporters on the ground in Gujarat. Let's go across to Sanket first, who was covering the key prime ministerial rallies.
अरविंद केजरीवाल भी हैं यहाँ पर एक नहीं दो विपक्ष हैं उस पर आपको क्या कहना है?
ऐसे तो मैं तो बीजेपी को ही मानती हूँ क्योंकि इतना सारा बढ़िया काम किया है जनता के लिए जनता के भाग्य के लिए इतना सारा काम किया है
जो कह रहे हैं एक मुंह को केजरीवाल ने वो
नहीं, मैं तो बीजेपी को।
एक सेकेंड, एक मोको नहीं, एक धोको।
केजरीवाल ने पहले तो केजरीवाल कौन है?
मैं पकड़।
हाँ, पहले केजरीवाल कौन है? हम जानते ही नहीं उसको।
अच्छा, आप जानते ही नहीं। आज मैंने देखा प्रधानमंत्री ने भी स्टेज से जिक्र नहीं किया है उनका।
कौन है?
उन्होंने कांग्रेस के बारे में तो बात की।
उनको इम्पोर्टेंस देने का कोई जरूरी नहीं है। उनको कौन जानता है? गुजरात में कोई नहीं जानता है उनको। मतलब वो दिल्ली में है, वो दिल्ली का जाने। मतलब गुजरात
मुख्य मुकाबला बीजेपी का किसके साथ है गुजरात में?
बीजेपी का मुकाबला ऐसे तो है ही नहीं। बीजेपी आने वाली है, वही बहुत बहुत भारी। बीजेपी वन साइड है और वन साइड ही
हमारे यहाँ एक सूत्र है, एक का चाले मोदी चाले, एक ही चलेगा, मोदी ही चलेगा। एक का चाले मोदी चाले।
यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा बच्चा आया है। ये मैं 2007 से जो गुजरात चुनाव कवर कर रहा हूँ, तो ये मोदी मास्क जो है ये बड़ा लोकप्रिय रहता है यहाँ पर गुजराती चुनाव में। क्या नाम है बेटा आपका? है? ये मास्क किसने दिया आपको? मास्क पसंद है? मास्क पहनने की क्या जरूरत है? वो तो बोल रहे हैं वहाँ पर। उनको सुनने आए हो मोदी जी को? आपके दोस्तों ने भी मास्क पहना है?
आपको प्यार से इसका दोस्त इधर है।
हाँ, इसका दोस्त। ये एक चीज मैं दर्शकों को बताना चाह रहा था। 2007 से जब से मैं गुजरात चुनाव कवर कर रहा हूँ, ऐसी मास्क बंटते हैं, लोग मास्क पहनते हैं। और इसके तमाम तरीके से कई राजनीतिक दल जो हैं उन्होंने कई सारे मायने भी निकाले हैं। जैसे कांग्रेस उस समय में, तब आम आदमी पार्टी नहीं थी, कांग्रेस का ये कहना था ये तो मास्क ही पहनाते हैं, एक मुखौटा है। इस तरीके के राजनीतिक अटैक जो है वो बीजेपी की तरफ आते रहे।
Well, that's Sanket. They're saying that how various political parties are using masks all across now, whether it's the BJP, which first used it effectively, and now other parties as well, and many interpretations being taken from here too. So, of course, Rahul Gandhi also campaigning today in Surat and Rajkot. Tanushree caught up with people who'd come for this rally.
शुक्रिया आपका हमसे बात करने के लिए। अभी राहुल गांधी इतने दिन से आ नहीं रहे थे, दूसरी तरफ हम देख रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री उतरे हुए हैं, सब बीजेपी ने एकदम जोर शोर से कैंपेन चालू रखा है। आपको क्या लगता है सर, आज राहुल गांधी जो आए उससे क्या कुछ बदलेगा? वोटर्स को अच्छा लगेगा?
गुजरात की जमीन ऐसी है कि बीजेपी के पक्ष से नीचे से सिरक गई है भी, और गुजरात का पीएम है, उनका नाक कट जाए ऐसा लगता है। इसलिए गुजरात में आके 12 तक वो यहाँ पे आता रहता है, क्योंकि उनको ऐसा लगता है कि अभी गुजरात की सरकार बीजेपी की बनने वाली नहीं है।
आप बोल रहे गुजरात में इस बार बीजेपी की सरकार नहीं बनेगी?
नहीं बनेगी, कोई नहीं बनेगी। यहाँ
कांग्रेस की बन रही है?
कांग्रेस की बन रही है।
और आम आदमी पार्टी
नहीं बनेगी,
उनका भी कोई मतलब नहीं,
कोई मतलब नहीं है।
That, and of course, Arvind Kejriwal's road shows also on. But let's go across the other big story from Gujarat now in the Supreme Court. Arvind joins us because, Arvind, it's interesting that the Chief Justice and other senior judges of the Collegium met with lawyers of the Gujarat Bar Association today. How unusual is that? And is there likely to be a reversal of what the Collegium is believed to have recommended?
Sonia, Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, chaired his first collegium meeting on November 16th. On that particular meeting, the collegium decided to transfer 3 High Court judges. One of those transfers include Justice Nikhil Karyal from Gujarat High Court to Patna High Court. But this particular decision of the Supreme Court collegium to transfer Justice Nikhil Karyal from Gujarat High Court to Patna High Court has not gone well in Gujarat, and that's why we are seeing Gujarat High Court Bar Association is actually protesting over this very proposed transfer of Justice Nikhil Karyal. So the Gujarat High Court Bar Association is on indefinite strike and the court proceedings are not taking place. And that's why when the Bar Association reached out to Supreme Court today, the Bar Association delegation met the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, along with senior judges, including Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and also Justice Emma Shah, over this very issue of proposed transfer of Justice Nikhil Karyal from Gujarat High Court to Patna High Court. So what we are learning is that in the 30-minute conversation between both the sides, the judges keenly listened to the grievances of the Bar Association. In fact, Bar Association Association also submitted a representation wherein they said that Justice Nikhil Kariyal is an upright officer and his proposed transfer is unfair. Though after hearing the entire representation of the delegation, the Supreme Court judges asked the Bar Association to withdraw the strike, saying that they will consider the request or consider the views of the Bar Association, but they have asked the Bar Association to withdraw the indefinite strike. So what we are being told is that the Bar Association will convene its meeting tomorrow, wherein they will take a call on whether to continue with the strike or whether to resume the court proceedings. But what we are being told is that as of this moment, Supreme Court has not officially communicated this particular proposed transfer, and they are considering the views of the Bar Association. But the very first decision of the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, has come up with some kind of at most some kind of restrainment or kind of a protest from the Gujarat High Court.
That collegium decisions backed by the government or cleared by the government should be questioned. So that's an important issue, that this is not official yet from the collegium. But let's move now to the Maha battle, this time over comments by the governor of Maharashtra over Shivaji Maharaj. Not only the opposition, but even the ruling alliance of Eknath Shinde, his MLAs and some BJP people are also raising questions on these comments.
Demonstrations led by the opposition in Mumbai on Monday against Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari's controversial statement regarding Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji is venerated by parties across political spectrum in Maharashtra, and the governor called him an icon of olden times.
अगर कोई आपसे कहे कि who is your icon, who is your favorite hero, बाहर जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, यही महाराष्ट्र में ही आपको मिल जाएंगे। शिवाजी तो पुराने युग की बात है, मैं नए युग की बात बोल रहा हूँ।
क्यों नहीं इस वक्तव्य के बारे में देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी खुलासा करते हैं? कितनी बार छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का अपमान करोगे?
This is not the first time that the governor has made a controversial statement. In the past, he's had to apologize over comments regarding Marathi Manus in Mumbai. He has also been in controversy for his statements even earlier on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and reformers Savitribai Phule and Jyotiba Phule. NCP MP Supriya Sule accused the governor of deliberately making such statements. Significantly, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis of the BJP defended the governor, a former BJP leader himself. But an MLA from the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's party has called for the governor's removal.
राज्यपाल जी के भी मन में स्पष्ट है कि छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज से बड़े आदर्श कोई हो नहीं सकते, इसलिए अब उनके बातों का कोई दूसरा अर्थ नहीं निकाला जाए, ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
माझी भारतीय जनता पक्षाच्या केंद्रीय सर्व नेत्यांना विनंती आहे की ज्या राज्यपालाला आपल्या राज्याचा इतिहास माहित नाही.
Parallelly, the Thackeray Shiv Sena and Rahul Gandhi appear to have patched up the divide over Gandhi's criticism of V.D. Savarkar, who pleaded for clemency as a prisoner of the British Raj, but is hailed as a hero by the Shiva Sena. Sanjay Raut had threatened that this could break up the alliance with the Congress.
राहुल जैसे एक व्यक्ति है राजनीति में जो राजनीतिक मतभेद होने के बावजूद वो रिश्ता कायम रखते हैं, दोस्ती का, प्यार का। लेकिन हमारे मित्र तो बीजेपी में भी है, वो तो खुश रहे हम जुड़ जाने के बाद। उसे राजनीति नहीं कहते, ये तो मुगलों के जमाने की राजनीति है।
Few days ago, while questions were being raised on the Thackeray camp of Shiv Sena regarding the Savarkar controversy, now it seems that the Thackeray faction is questioning the Shinde and BJP government on the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj issue. Apart from that, the distance as well as the issue that was raised between the Congress and the Thackeray faction over Savarkar issue seems to be ending as well. In Mumbai, with camera person Rajendra Dayalkar, Sohit Mishra, NDTV.
The other big headline, Karnataka police are now investigating the fact that the accused in a Mangaluru auto rickshaw blast was possibly in touch with the ISIS through the dark web. Also, links with the Coimbatore blast accused are also being investigated.
Sharik, the 24-year-old accused in the Mangaluru blast case. An improvised explosive device or IED found inside a pressure cooker that did explode. But it appears due to some technical reasons, the blast happened before the intended time and did not have that much intensity. The police say Sharik was in touch with the ISIS through the dark net.
I said that his acts are influenced and inspired by a terrorist organization who has a global network.
These materials used to make bombs were recovered from the Mysuru home of Sharik, where he had used a fake Aadhaar card to get the house on rent. The police were even otherwise on the lookout for Sharik, as he was involved in a trial blast on the banks of the Tungabhadra in Shivamoga. 2 of his accomplices had been arrested. The police suspect this module is linked to the extremist group Al-Hind.
He was staying at Mysore, this Loknayak Nagar, and they have found a lot of explosive materials, whether it is sulfur, whether it is phosphorus, matchboxes, then nuts and bolts, circuits. So all sort of things we have found there.
It was about 5 in the evening on Saturday when a blast happened inside an auto rickshaw in Mangaluru. Sharik and the auto driver were both injured. Sharik was out on bail after he was arrested for writing anti-India slogans. The police had been on the lookout for Sharik for the last 2 months. They have, however, not yet been able to establish his intended target and also whether it was exploded because of a technical fault or whether it was remotely controlled. With Nihal Kidwai in Bengaluru, Anusuya Mathur for NDTV.
Even as the country is still reeling after the horrific details of the murder of a young woman, Shraddha, and how her body was chopped into pieces, more and more details of gruesome crimes just similar are coming out. In one instance, a body found in Mathura of a 22-year-old woman has been identified as a young woman from Delhi whose father shot her, and her mother helped dispose of the body by packing it into a suitcase. In another case from UP, an ex-boyfriend, Prince Yadav, killed a woman and chopped her into pieces. The horrors against women continuing across India.
3 murders, 3 locations, hundreds of kilometers apart, but chilling similarities in the way they were executed. After Delhi's sensational Shraddha Walkar murder case, her body chopped into pieces by her partner Aftab Poonawala. Similar cases reported from Uttar Pradesh's Azamgarh and West Bengal's South 24 Parganas. In Azamgarh, this man, Prince Yadav, has been arrested for allegedly murdering his ex-girlfriend because she married someone else and chopping her body into 6 pieces, throwing them in a well near her village. The police say Prince also decapitated the victim's body and threw away the head and murder weapon separately in a nearby pond. The alleged killer was arrested on Sunday after an encounter.
इससे पूछताछ में ये क्लियर हुआ कि इसका मृतका के साथ 2 साल से संबंध था। मृतका की फरवरी में इसी साल शादी हुई थी। ये उस समय विदेश में था। जब इसको पता चला तो इस बात से बहुत नाराज हुआ और ये वापस आया। इसने कोशिश की मृतका को डरा धमका के किसी भी प्रकार से प्रलोभन देके कि ये अपनी उस शादी को तोड़ दे और इसके साथ रहे। इसमें इसका साथ इसके परिजनों ने भी दिया।
In Bengal South 24 Parganas district, 55-year-old Ujjwal Chakraborty, an ex-Navy officer, strangulated by his son, his body then chopped into 6 pieces by the accused and his mother and dumped at different places around their locality. Police sources say the mother-son duo have said the deceased was an alcoholic and often violent and abusive with them, and he was killed after an argument over the son's exam fees.
Animal was dragging that body, so we are very confused that it's a body or something else. And at that point of time, when we came closer, we just saw that it was a body of a man who was wearing a red t-shirt and the hands and the legs were missing.
Compelling similarities between the horrific murder in Delhi and a murder in Baruipur here in South 24 Parganas of West Bengal. The police are investigating whether dismembering a body after murder to prevent identification is becoming a common modus operandi, and how did this mother-son duo come to know of this way to dispose of a body.
In Uttar Pradesh's Mathura, another gruesome crime. 4 days after the body of a 22-year-old woman was found inside a red suitcase near the Delhi-Agra Yamuna Expressway, the police have arrested her parents for the crime. The victim's father, Nitesh Yadav, allegedly shot her dead with his licensed pistol at their Delhi home last Thursday. Then put the body in a suitcase with the help of the victim's mother and dumped it. The police claim the victim, a second-year college student, and her parents used to have regular arguments over her absence from home. With Saurabh Gupta, Ravi Singh, Saurabh Gautam and GD Shankar, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
Absolutely shocking crimes being reported there. Let's just go across now to some other news. The markets declining for the third straight session today. The Sensex sliding 518 points, the Nifty falling 147 points. IT and realty shares declined the most. A Goldman Sachs report out says that India's growth will slow to 5.9% in 2023. Also, investors say that the rise in COVID cases in China has dented international sentiment. The rupee also weakened by 16 paise.